Now on 4 News Now at 6, a road diet for a major street in northwest Spokane. See how narrowing lanes is meant to increase safety and how long construction could slow your commute.
The clouds are back, and I am tracking some much-needed rain on the way. I'll show you when it's expected to arrive in your first alert forecast.
Darling puts it up.
And a Central Valley grad hits a buzzer-beating shot to send St. John's into the Sweet 16. Hear from one of Dylan Darling's former coaches on how he and other local players are putting the Inland Northwest in the national spotlight. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, some major changes are coming to one of Spokane's main arteries.
And it's prompted another city project that plans to narrow car lanes significantly. The changes will be on Ash Street between Wellesley northbound to Francis. Angela Hara is live on that stretch right now. Angela, what can drivers expect from this lane reduction?
Well, these traffic lanes are currently 15 to 20 feet wide. That's wider than most interstate highways. But by the end of next year, they're going to look a lot smaller. Spokane's Maple Ash Couplet project was supposed to reduce wide lanes on 2 heavily used one-way streets in North Spokane, Maple Street and Ash Street. But due to tight funding, for now, the city will only be repainting lanes on Ash Street.
Well, Ash is maybe a bigger safety issue than Maple.
In some places, the lanes are 20 feet wide, but the city is narrowing them down to 11 feet. The city says these reductions will slow drivers down and cause fewer crashes. They say some residents who live along this street have complained about fast cars and in some cases crashes right into residents' homes.
Council members Zappone and Klitsky have been very focused on traffic safety, and they've told me stories that they've talked to folks that live on that stretch and have had cars end up in their front yard.
The $150,000 the city is using comes from the Safe Streets for All Fund, which is money collected from camera-enforced speeding and red light tickets. With the extra fee they will shave off the lanes, the city will add curbside parking. City leaders note curbside parking is already available on this stretch, but most people aren't aware of it. They also say it would help slow traffic down and create a barrier between the street and the front yards of the homes.
So we're trying to do whatever we can to make things safer with how we design our roads.
As of now, there is no specific date on when this project will be going forward. They only mentioned that they hope to get it done by the end of this year. And when it happens, the road should be closed for only a couple of days. Live in Spokane, Angela Hara, 4 News Now.
All right, Angela, thank you. That is not the only construction project that could throw a wrench in your travel plans. The Department of Transportation is making safety improvements to a stretch of Highway 95 in Latah Valley, an area that has seen several crashes. Crews are redesigning the intersection of 195 and Meadow Lane Road. The DOT says 7 cars crashed there last year, with 1 crash already reported this year. To improve safety, crews will eliminate direct highway crossings and install J-turns, allowing drivers to merge and change directions more safely. During construction, the road will be reduced to 1 lane, so you should plan for delays. The project is expected to wrap up by mid to late July.
Well, the clouds have already moved in and they're bringing some rain with them.
Now let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see when that rain is expected to arrive.
Oh, yes. Well, the clouds have already arrived, as we mentioned. And boy, with all the yard work I saw going on in my neighborhood over the weekend, I bet people are ready for some rain, and it will be arriving in the early morning hours. Here's a look at our chance of precipitation on Tuesday. There's a slight or 40% chance in Spokane to see some rain before the morning commute. More likely that rain will be found in the Columbia Basin and in the Okanagan area, as well as some of the Northeast mountains in the morning. Our chance of rain goes up to 100% by 11 a.m. So if it's not raining at your house when you leave in the morning, grab your raincoat because you will need it as we get into the afternoon, and that was going to continue through the evening. Our temperatures right now, we're running a little above average. We're at 54 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 48 in Sandpoint, but we're in the 50s elsewhere around the region. And with those clouds, temperatures will not drop very rapidly. We're going to start the morning off in the 40s, so it is going to be all rain down in the valleys. Our evening forecast, cloudy skies with temperatures in the 50s through 8 o'clock. I'll be back with a closer look at your Tuesday forecast and tell you about the sunny and warmer weather on the way. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, police are investigating a shooting that left one person dead and another injured in North Spokane yesterday. The shooting happened near East Wellesley and Crestline near Rogers High School. We reached out to the Spokane Police Department for any more information on a possible suspect or any more information on this case in general. As of yet, we have not heard anything back, but we will update you as we learn more.
What started as a possible security scare at Hayden Meadows Elementary in Coeur d'Alene this morning turned out to be a mechanical issue. Coeur d'Alene Public School says the glitch triggered the school's safety protocols, automatically contacting law enforcement and putting students and staff into lockdown. Officers responded quickly and checked the campus, confirming there was no threat, and by mid-morning, the school had returned to normal operations. In a letter to families, though, the district said in part, "We understand that situations like this can be unsettling. The safety of our students and staff is always our top priority." Still ahead, thousands of people living in Spokane County may be leaving money on the table.
We'll show you how the Working Families Tax Credit could put hundreds or even over $1,000 back into your wallet. And are you thinking about getting a puppy? It may cost more than you expect. We'll show you the real price of pet ownership and what you can do now to keep it from breaking the bank.
Plus, from Spokane to the Sweet 16, see how Dylan Darling and other local standouts are helping shine a light on the Inland Northwest and our basketball. We'll be right back.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Windsor Plywood.
Caruso's Floors has been providing flooring and great customer service to the Inland Northwest for over 90 years.
Hardwood, LVP, carpet, area rugs, we've got you covered.
Call your locally owned flooring experts today.
Caruso's Floors, your local experts.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Go ahead. Crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. For peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, an important reminder that screening saves lives. At Prosser Digestive Health Center, our expert team provides advanced, compassionate care close to home, from preventive screenings to diagnosis and treatment of digestive conditions. If you're 45 or older or have a family history, don't wait. A colonoscopy can detect cancer early when it's most treatable. Schedule your screening today by calling 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle at a great price,
then you need to come on down to Findlay Honda Spokane.
Because we've taken in so many trade-ins last month, we've priced them aggressively to sell fast.
This week at Findlay Honda Spokane.
Caruso's Floors has been providing flooring and great customer service to the Inland Northwest for over 90 years.
Hardwood, LVP, carpet, area rugs, we've got you covered.
Call your locally owned flooring experts today.
Caruso's Floors, your local experts.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up.
Spokane's own Dylan Darling hitting the game-winning shot to send St. John's to the Sweet 16 last night. It was sweet. Darling is one of a few players from the Inland Northwest who will represent the region in the Sweet 16.
And their former coaches are excited, too, because they believe the basketball players from this area often get overlooked. Derek Strom spoke with some of them and joins us in the studio now with the story.
Derek Kirsten, Darling's journey to the highest level of college basketball started at Central Valley High School. He and several other players in the tournament also played club basketball for Hooptown Elite here. Their former coaches are looking forward to watching them play the best of the best in the tournament. Long before Dylan Darling was hitting clutch shots for St. John's, his coaches say the Spokane native was unstoppable. Darling played for Central Valley and even won Washington State 4A Player of the Year as a senior in 2022, averaging more than 33 points per game.
To coach to trust to put him in there with a couple minutes left and then him obviously get able to get downhill and make a play was unbelievable. So it was quite a cool moment for a coach and then parent and all the other things. So
Mike Hamilton coached Darling when he was playing club basketball with Hooptown Elite in Spokane. He also coached several other players that played with Hooptown that are in the NCAA tournament, including Blake Buchanan, who's from Coeur d'Alene and now plays for Iowa State. Hooptown's founder Jamie Nillis says he'll be keeping a close eye on all of the Hooptown alums through the rest of the tournament.
I think they can meet. I think it'd be in the chipper, but yeah, if they could meet, that'd be really cool because they know each other from the area and stuff. Dylan's a little older than Blake, but I'm sure that they played a.
Other former Hooptown players include Idaho point guard Colton Mitchell, who played with Buchanan at Lake City High School. So did Gonzaga's Steel Venters from Ellensburg. Noah says this is an opportunity to celebrate not only Hooptown's program, but the quality of basketball in the Inland Northwest. Both Darling and Buchanan's teams will play Friday for a chance to advance to the Elite Eight. Hooptown alum Denim Wojcik and Michigan State will also play Friday. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Pretty cool, Derek. Thank you. Well, there have already been plenty of surprises in this year's tournament, so much so that the last perfect bracket was busted yesterday. It was ruined with Tennessee eliminating Virginia. That bracket made it through 44 games, though, one game better than the last bracket from last year. More than 36 million brackets across 7 major online gaming sites were tracked. According to NCAA data, nobody has ever picked a perfect March Madness bracket. An Ohio man came the closest in 2019 when he predicted 49 of 63 correctly.
Yeah, and when we were looking at that earlier, it's like, really, 49 is as close as we've gotten?
Shows you how hard it is, I think.
And you have a few, right? How are you doing?
Not bad. Currently 4th. I have 2 brackets. They're both tied for 4th, but not as good as one Chris Crocker. Chris, you've been the surprise of the whole bracket.
Yes, well, with my vast sports knowledge, of course. No, I had some help. Just Michigan, go blue, and I'll be in good shape. Rain tomorrow, likely. It's going to be a breezy day in the afternoon. Temperatures right about average. And then we've got some sunshine back in the forecast. I'll let you know what to expect after the break.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Toyota.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Could they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Working Families Tax Credit is an annual tax refund for all Washington workers who qualify, not just families. Apply for the credit this year and see if you qualified in years past. You still have time to apply. To see if you qualify for this annual tax refund and to learn the steps to apply, visit www.workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
4 News Now and STCU recognize volunteers in our community. Today we honor the Bread Bunch, who organize thousands of pounds of bread for distribution through Second Harvest.
The Bread Bunch rescues, sorts, and distributes thousands of pounds of bread each week, fueling local food pantries and supporting neighbors in need.
But the Bready Bunch is just a great group of people. We don't consider it a job. We consider it just enjoying each other's company while we accomplish something.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
This year,
If you'd like to make your backyard fun and entertaining with a new swim spa or a relaxing new hot tub, then you need to visit Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs in the region. Featuring Cal Spas, one of the only hot tubs made in the USA that offers the highest quality of pumps and massage jets with stylish cabinet options at the best volume pricing in the market. Quality Spas of Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Tomorrow on GMA, Miley Cyrus takes you home for the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana.
It's like getting an additional birthday.
And Lionel, Luke, and Carrie live. Plus, this week, Vince Vaughn.
That's awesome.
This week, only on
Good Morning America.
Welcome back in. We're talking rain and how great it's going to be for our grass.
Yeah, indeed. And we do need that rain.
We need the rain, and I think the time, we had this fabulous weekend. It will bring the rain in Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday, and then we're back into some pretty spring weather. It's kind of winds all around. Tuesday is going to be rainy. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Winds pick up a little bit more on Wednesday. Wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour in the afternoon. Thursday and Friday, bright blue skies. Thursday's going to be on the cool side. I'll show you in just a moment, but we warm up into the 60s for the weekend, so we're going to see some sunshine. Now, here's what's going on currently. Our current weather pattern, we're watching a front move in. We'll start to see that rain as early as tomorrow morning early through the Columbia Basin, Waterville Plateau, the Okanagan Highlands and Valleys, moving into Spokane sometime around 8, 9 o'clock. And then it picks up through the afternoon, through the early evening. Here's 9:30 Tuesday with most of the wet weather moving off to the east. Cold front moving in, and that is going to pick up our winds as we get into Wednesday. We also, behind this front, have some lingering instability on Wednesday, so we'll see those hit and miss showers. You might get a little bit of grapple, might get a passing shower. Our odds of measurable precipitation are not particularly good on Wednesday, and then some cooler air on the way for Wednesday. Here is our chance of measurable rain. It drops off dramatically after a slam dunk on Tuesday, a 20% chance on Wednesday. Dry Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then a slight chance of rain on Sunday. Most likely, however, that is going to come Sunday night into Monday. Our high temperature trend, meanwhile, over the next 7 days, we're going to be right about average Tuesday, Wednesday, and then there's that dip as the cold air comes in for Thursday, and then we start warming up again up into the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. Love that timing, and then moderating a little bit heading into early next week. Our highs tomorrow around the region, almost everyone in the 50s, few exceptions. Sandpoint and Winthrop in the 40s. 60 in Moses Lake, also in the 60s in Lewiston and Grangeville. Around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, 48 degrees in Spirit Lake, 53 for Spokane downtown, Spokane Valley, Millwood, and Meade, the warm spots on the map. Here's your 7-day outlook then. We're going to see some sunshine on Wednesday, a high of 51, and then bright blue skies Thursday and Friday. Sunny conditions, partly sunny Saturday and Sunday with that slight chance of showers on Sunday, a high of 63, slight chance of rain on Monday. We do have some chilly mornings coming up Thursday and Friday, down in the 20s, even though our average overnight low is now above freezing. We still have about a month at least, a little more than a month before we should think about planting, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Within the last hour, the Senate has confirmed Senator Markwayne Mullin as the next Secretary of Homeland Security. The vote came amid backlash over the immigration crackdown and deportations under DHS, as well as the ongoing partial shutdown of the department. President Trump nominated Mullin to lead the agency earlier this month after firing Secretary Kristi Noem.
More and more menopausal women are finding symptom relief through hormone patches.
Medications like these help women produce enough of the hormones they lose during menopause, but pharmacies are starting to run out of them. Mary Sheridan shows us what's behind the growing demand.
Dr. Kelly Mathia works hard to help women find relief from their menopause symptoms.
Hot flashes, night sweats, fatigue, brain fog.
Last summer, she started a specialized clinic with her best friend and registered nurse, Stella Reed.
Mathia Menopause Medicine is a completely virtual clinic. Kelly and Stella meet their patients where they're at through remote sessions.
Many of their patients have found they benefit from menopause hormone therapy. This means they'll receive hormones like estradiol through a pill, cream, or most commonly, a small patch.
We are giving it to you in a level that protects your bones, your heart, your brain, alleviates your symptoms in a safe way.
Years ago, a study inaccurately linked hormone treatments to serious health risks, like breast cancer. A black box label was added to these medications, which Dr. Mathia says discouraged a lot of women and their physicians from using them. But that label was removed last year when the study was disproven.
Since that black box warning came off, hormones are seen to be more safe and they're being prescribed more readily, and women want them.
But in the last few months, pharmacies are having a hard time keeping up with this demand.
I'm getting 4 or 5 or 10 emails or text messages. Hey, can you send my prescription to this pharmacy?
They might get a supply for 1 month, but they can't get 3 months, or they're back ordered for a few weeks and then they're without their hormones, and some of those symptoms come right back.
Dr. Mathia says it might be a year before manufacturers catch up. In the meantime, her clinic is trying to find alternatives to help patients manage their symptoms.
No, you do not have to grin and bear it, right? You can demand treatment from your physicians.
In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Spokane's homeless shelters are getting a health boost. Jules Helping Hands is partnering with Providence to bring dedicated medical care directly to shelter residents. A medical assistant will be assigned to each shelter, supported by a nurse practitioner who will make regular rounds. Care will include wound treatment, medication management, blood pressure checks, and connections to long-term primary care. The organization recently opened the Jules Healing Hearts Medical Respite at Westminster United Church of Christ in downtown Spokane. Taxes are on a lot of our minds right now, and with the shifting economy and rising costs, every dollar counts.
But thousands here in Spokane County have yet to apply for a refund program that could put money right back into their wallets. It's called the Working Families Tax Credit, and it's separate from the federal tax return. The program is funded by Washington sales tax and offers money back to eligible residents. Payments can come in 3 ways: direct deposit, a paper check, or a prepaid debit card. And while a tax season is top of mind right now, this credit is actually available year-round. Officials say the impact can make a real difference for some families.
We've heard so many stories about whether it's, back to school time and we need to look at, clothing or getting the kids ready for school, whether it's, applying for this credit and getting it just in time for the holidays, being able to buy gifts or do a celebration.
And the graph on your screen shows you exactly how much you can qualify for. It's all dependent on if or how many kids you have and how much you and your spouse make annually.
Apple is rolling out a new security feature that works behind the scenes. It's called Background Security Improvements, and it delivers small fixes without waiting for full updates. The security patches target systems like Safari, system libraries, and Apple's WebKit engine, which includes Apple's Mail and App Store apps. The new security feature can be turned off in settings. Still ahead, Riverside State Park is giving everyone a chance to hit the trails with some new equipment.
Now we'll show you how a motorized track chair lets riders tackle bumps, enjoy the outdoors, and experience the trails like never before. And the new state budget means more money for abortion access. Learn what that could look like for providers like Planned Parenthood.
Plus, the cost of adopting a dog is going up. How much it could cost you to add a furry friend to your family, and tips on how to save.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Just announced. Get $8,360 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community,
but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded.
Extra bucks on the way out.
It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side,
Hi, Alex.
right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CVS. Join us.
Hi, how can I help you guys?
We're here to win.
Oh my gosh!
Is this on your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
Dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck can be an intense game.
A game of offense versus defense.
I'm attorney Matt Russell.
And I'm attorney Jim Hill.
We know that winning against the insurance company can be tough.
And they'll do anything to keep you from getting the compensation you're entitled to.
But we know the playbook to beating them.
And we love scoring big for you, so you can get all the money you deserve.
So don't be on the losing side.
Call Russell and Hill.
We have the playbook to win.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Today is National Puppy Day, celebrated every year to honor the love that we all have from our pups, and it is a day to pamper our dogs, support shelters, and promote proper care.
Like a lot of things these days, though, the cost of pet ownership is rising. Michael Yoshida shares tips on how to navigate these costs.
A puppy love reality check.
Getting a puppy is undisputably one of the most joyous things in the world, but it also comes with a complex financial commitment.
Veterinarian Rebecca Greenstein says for many, pet needs and costs are no longer discretionary, but essential, and often a 10-plus year commitment, including food, dog walkers and sitters, training, grooming, and veterinary care. Costs which Greenstein says people grossly underestimate.
Sort of a perfect storm of tariffs plus inflation plus the humanization of our pets.
A recent report from Rover found average lifetime care for a 10-year-old dog costs about $35,000. Federal data also shows pet and food service costs rose sharply since 2019. But there are things pup parents can do to make it a little less rough on their wallets. Have pet insurance. Greenstein says what used to be a luxury is now a bare necessity and can help with unexpected big veterinary costs. Shop around for best options for you and your dog. Also, don't ignore routine care like vaccines and parasite prevention. And invest in training to stop dangerous behaviors like running across the street or eating things that are harmful.
Those types of things are so often overlooked, but they will save you tremendously over the lifetime of a pet.
Dog trainer and author Kathy Callahan says developing a good relationship with a vet can help too.
We are partners in the care of this animal. The more you trust your vet partner in this, the more you're going to be able to come up with some solutions.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
And we never miss an opportunity to show you our dogs. So here we go. This is our dog Rory at my house.
Bow tie.
I know, this is one of my favorite pictures of Rory, and I have to admit, it was not taken this winter. This was our first winter here in Spokane, but yeah, he's pretty cooperative with the bow tie. He is a Bernedoodle.
This is probably my wife's favorite pic of me with our dogs, Casey and JoJo, as we look like we're a little gang heading out to cause some trouble as we head in the car to go for a hike somewhere over the summer.
Where are their shades?
Yeah, exactly. All right, still ahead. Idaho banned candy and soda for food assistance, but what actually counts as candy?
Yeah, see how lawmakers are trying to clear up the confusion and which foods could be allowed again.
And after years of uncertainty, Spokane's Planned Parenthood is feeling hopeful again. See how new state funding is restoring services, protecting jobs, and helping the clinic plan for the future. That's next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Yolk's Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day
by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical. The mega hit comes direct from Broadway. See her triumphant story and be ecstatically blown away. Everybody everywhere should come see Rapes New York Magazine. April 11th and 12th. First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle. And that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
The best invitations are the ones that feel personal, that satisfy your desires, anticipate your needs, that make you feel welcome. The same feelings every Lexus is designed to elicit. For a limited time, get offers on select vehicles at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
Yolk's Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, in the past several years, Planned Parenthoods across the country have been struggling. Many clinics have shut down. But here in Spokane, the clinic says it feels hopeful.
And a big part of that is due to the newly approved Washington state budget with an increase in funding. Madeline Mullins is live from the Planned Parenthood in Spokane. So, Madeline, what funding do they now have access to?
Yeah, well, this year compared to last, Planned Parenthood is in a very different place. Last year, more than $8 million in abortion access funding was cut from the state budget. And this year, that money has been completely restored, which means the cuts to services and to staff is no longer a threat.
You know, we don't have to react in a short-term manner. We don't have to panic.
The last few years have not been easy at the Planned Parenthood clinic in Spokane. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, there was a 20 to 30% increase in patients from out of state seeking care. Some patients came all the way from Georgia, and that number continues to grow. A spokesperson for the nonprofit saying there was an 11% increase in out of state patients between 2024 and 2025.
About 20,000 visits last year we see in Spokane, the Valley, and Pullman. So many of those patients are coming from Idaho, and it's important to remember well over 90% of what we do is not abortion. So it's cancer screenings, birth control screenings, helping people who are pregnant and are really excited to become parents.
On top of that, the federal government stopped funding Medicaid for Planned Parenthoods.
Losing Medicaid would have meant losing about half of our budget. You have to make dramatic plans to cut services.
But lately, things are turning around. The state has been covering the $11 million gap that was left by the federal cuts, and now $8.5 million has been restored to a statewide abortion access fund that Planned Parenthood receives money from.
So it really is incredibly helpful for just being able to plan your business, keep moving forward, hiring staff, growing, offering new services. So yeah, it really brings a bit of a peace of mind to our patients and to our staff and our communities.
Now, there are still a few things that Planned Parenthood says that they are worried about and keeping an eye on when it comes to access to care. One of those is the shortage in healthcare providers here in Eastern Washington, as well as the FDA potentially banning the abortion pill. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Spokane County leaders will meet tomorrow to discuss a plan to address so-called forever chemicals found in wells in the West Plains neighborhood. The chemicals, known as PFAS, have been linked to serious health risks, including cancer. Investigators say the contamination is from foam used by firefighters from Spokane International Airport and Fairchild Air Force Base. The county's plan focuses first on making sure residents with contaminated wells have access to clean water by providing pitcher filters and installing in-home filtration systems. It also calls for a more systematic approach to testing to ensure all wells in the affected area are checked. The plan still needs approval from the Washington Department of Ecology before it can move forward. All right, we hope you got some yard work done this weekend because we have some rain on the way.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Yes, the clouds arrived earlier today and eventually bringing some wet weather to the region. Our forecast radar shows those clouds with us overnight. Here's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with a chance of rain through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho. Some snow over the mountains. We will see that rain intensify through noon. Here's 3 o'clock, picking the kids up at school, and it is going to be raining on the playground. And then things taper off and we dry out. Here's Tuesday at 11 p.m., but not before we get some good beneficial rains through North Idaho, down onto the Palouse and in the LC Valley. Spokane, in particular, getting some measurable rain. High temperatures, meanwhile, will be right around average, mostly in the 50s. A few spots in the upper 40s and even some 60s on the map. Our high temperatures right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene in the upper 40s to the mid 50s. Your Tuesday forecast then, a 90% chance of measurable rain throughout the day. Winds picking up in the afternoon, and that high of 52 is just about exactly average. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Eric.
Talk to you in a bit. Well, back in February, the state of Idaho limited what people on federal food assistance can buy. They banned items like candy and soda. But now lawmakers are working to clarify exactly what that means. Under House Bill 903, certain foods would be exempt from the restriction. That means people could buy things like muffins, baking ingredients, fruit snacks made with real fruit, and granola bars. The bill also makes exceptions for some beverages like drinks containing milk or milk alternatives, beverages made with more than 50% juice, and certain sports drinks. Last year, retailers raised concerns, though, saying definitions of candy and soda were too vague, leading to confusion for both stores and customers. House Bill 903 is now making its way through the Idaho House.
The Spokane community stepped up in a big way this holiday season, giving back to local families and children in need. The Light the World Giving Machine made its debut at the Spokane Valley Mall over the holidays. Rather than purchasing items for themselves, people bought items like food and clothing that were donated directly to local nonprofits like Vanessa Behan and Project Beauty Share. In total, people donated over $227,000 that'll go to 7 organizations. Second Harvest will receive the largest donation, totaling over $44,000.
In news around the nation now, this is the wreckage left behind when an Air Canada flight collided with a fire truck at LaGuardia Airport in New York. And we want to warn you, we're about to share footage of the crash, and some of you may find it difficult to watch. We are also purposely freezing the video at the moment of impact. Now, here is the video being shared on X. The fire truck had been cleared by air traffic control to cross that runway to respond to another incident, but the controller is heard telling it to stop.
Stop, truck 1, stop. Stop, truck 1, stop. If you collide with a vehicle there, just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
Both pilots were killed, and one flight attendant was ejected from the plane while still strapped to her jump seat. At least 43 people were taken to the hospital. Here's how one passenger described the moments following the crash.
About 5 seconds later, we had come to a stop, but in that short period, I mean, everybody was hunkered down and everybody was screaming. Pretty quickly, we didn't have any directions because the pilot's cabin had been kind of destroyed, so somebody said, let's get the emergency exit and get the door in, let's all jump out, and that's exactly what we did.
The crash is still under investigation, and we will update you as we learn more.
ICE agents arrived at some of the nation's busiest airports today, something that Border Czar Tom Homan says will help out long security lines amid an ongoing Homeland Security shutdown. But some are skeptical about that plan. Security line wait times at some airports across the country have reached over 4 hours long, making things difficult for travelers. Homeland Security is still shut down because of a funding debate, and TSA officers have been working without pay since mid-February. ICE agents are going to help with security tasks that don't require special training.
ICE has a specific, very important mission on its own, and to be taking them off their regular jobs for which they're specifically trained makes very little sense to me.
Congress is expected to begin a spring recess at the end of this week, potentially leaving the Homeland Security shutdown unresolved until mid-April.
All right, the Seattle Seahawks have made 2 big moves in their wide receiver room today.
Extending Jackson Smith-Njigba and re-signing Jake Bobo, Mia.
And guys, that was such a big move because both players made such an impact this season. When we come back, we'll show you more about how the Seahawks are locking in their wideouts. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
If you're listening to this right now and you're suffering from numbness, tingling, burning pain in the hands, legs, and feet, pay close attention because you may be suffering from peripheral neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actual nerve damage. Now, primarily we see this in the hands and feet and in the arms and legs.
What are the symptoms?
Symptoms of peripheral neuropathy are numbness, tingling, burning pain in the hands, legs, and feet, muscle cramps, and worst of all, balance problems that can lead to dangerous falls.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we get some great outcomes.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your hands or feet, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your screening will determine if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there's nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputation. The first 25 callers receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your screening. First 25 callers receive the screening for free.
The Spokane Rock Rollers Club proudly presents the Gem and Mineral Show at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Over 45 dealers will be selling gems, jewelry, crystals, and lapidary supplies with amazing displays of gemstones, fossils, and much more. Enjoy children's activities, gem cutting demonstrations, and hourly door prizes. Tickets are available at the door or in advance at these locations. The 65th Annual Gem and Mineral Show, March 27th through the 29th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
The greatest kitchen hacks of all time.
Shake, 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 shake.
Why they're calling this guy the king of the hacks.
That's cool.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The top 20 performances continue at Aulani, a Disney resort.
That was the greatest performance I have ever seen.
America, it's your turn to vote.
The Seattle Seahawks have made a big move today, locking in wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba with a 4-year extension. And that extension is worth $168.8 million, with $120 million guaranteed. This makes Smith-Njigba the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, and he earned that with his historic 2025 season. He led the NFL with 119 receptions, 1,793 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. And those numbers made him become the 2025 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, becoming just the second player in franchise history to win the award. Smith-Njigba set Seattle franchise records for both receptions and receiving yards, and he's now locked in with the Hawks until 2031. But that's not the only move the Hawks have made today. They officially brought back wide receiver Jake Bobo. Bobo signed a 2-year offer letter sheet on Friday with the Jacksonville Jaguars giving the Seahawks 5 days to match, and they did just that. And according to NFL Network, the offer sheet is worth $5.5 million with $4.5 million guaranteed. Bobo's impact came in clutch moments, a 17-yard touchdown in the NFC Championship, his one of 2 receptions in the 2025 season. Bobo served as a special teams contributor as well. And after more than 2 decades, Randy Bennett is moving on from St. Mary's to take the head coaching job at Arizona State. And for Gonzaga fans, this is big news. The Gales became the Bulldogs' biggest rivals under Bennett and were a consistent threat to the Zags. The 2 programs dominated the West Coast Conference and even shared this season's WCC title. After the Gales lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament, the now former head coach was visibly frustrated and spoke about what went wrong in that game.
I would say it's more contributed to the immaturity of our team, and we've been battling that all year. And I told our guys, listen, for the regular season, I was really proud of them. We went 27-4, really incredible. But after that, we weren't.
The Bulldogs rivalry has also come to a close as Gonzaga departs the WCC for the Pac-12. And as for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, this season cemented Graham Ike as one of the top players in the country. Ike averaged 19 points a game, recorded 14 double-doubles, and finished the year as the nation's leading active scorer with over 2,500 points. And his 1,100 rebounds ranked second. His dominance earned him the WCC Player of the Year, All-Conference, and All-American honors from the U.S. Basketball Writers Association and Associated Press. After Gonzaga's loss in the round of 32, the star forward shared a heartfelt statement about his time as a Zag.
I'm just extremely grateful for Coach, the rest of the staff, for allowing me to be part of such a great legacy. And to my teammates, I can't thank them enough for always having my back. The fans always having our back. Special season, special 3 years here that will forever be ingrained in my heart and my mind. So I'm just grateful.
Although Graham Ike's time with the Zags is over, there's plenty of pride for the accomplishments throughout the season, regardless of Saturday's loss in the big dance. And for the love of baseball, we are just 3 short days away from opening day for the Mariners, who will host the Cleveland Guardians for a 4-game series before hosting the New York Yankees on next Monday and Tuesday. That's 6 straight days of Mariners baseball at T-Mobile Park to open up the season. And coming off of a historic season, too, reaching the championship series and finishing 1 round short of the World Series, the M's kept their fans on the edge of their seats all season long, and there's lots to look forward to in the days to come. And guys, I know I'm excited. I love baseball season mostly because of the ballpark food, so we've got to talk about the new additions that the Mariners have added to their menu.
I think everybody's excited about that floating ferry boat. Yeah. You can get all kinds of things in it.
The crab nachos, all kinds of deliciousness. My son already has his yellow T-ball bat out, and he's hanging out in the front yard working on it, so we're excited for Mariners. Thanks so much, Mia. Perfect. Chris?
Our high temperature today, 56 degrees. 51 is our average high. We started the day off at a cool 30. 33 is our average overnight low. Sunset tonight coming up at 7 minutes after 7. We've got rain on the way for Tuesday. I'll have your 7-day forecast next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Elegance, style, quality, custom made for your project. Agalite shower doors and bath enclosures by River City Glass are designed for a lifetime of use. Timeless beauty that speaks for itself with superior quality and exceptional value. Offering exquisite custom wine room enclosures and office room glass, specializing in custom mirrors crafted to fit your space. Producing high-performance glass for every project, residential and commercial. River City Glass.
This season, your refund goes further.
At all Walker's Furniture and Mattress locations. For a limited time, we're giving you a sales tax discount equal to double or triple the sales tax, so you can refresh your space for much less with the tax break you need and the comfort you deserve.
Plus, with no money down, special financing for 5 years, you can save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's, where quality just costs less.
This year, give your home some nice new upgrades from McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. And secure last year's prices now before they go up. Using long-term financing, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful. With products like the popular Coeur d'Alene windows. Or check out our large selection of siding options. Whatever you're looking for, McVeigh Brothers is here to help. So call now for your free estimate.
McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows, we're working for you.
This spring, break away to play at Triple Play, North Idaho's action-packed destination for family fun.
Feel the rush on the go-karts. Master the outdoor mini golf. Take the drop on the Nebula. Line up the strike. Level up in the arcade. Then cool off at Raptor Reef Water Park.
Come for the day or turn it into a full-on getaway with endless play.
Plan your day at 3play.com.
Come out and play today, Triple Play.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Now, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive, plus $500 cash allowance on all 2026 Chevy Silverado HD models.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today. 4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Breaking news just into the newsroom within the last few minutes. STA announcing it is reopening its investigation into that double-decker bus that crashed in downtown Spokane earlier this month.
Yeah, we've been following this for weeks now. Here is onboard video of that crash that we obtained through a public records request. According to the STA, it discovered today that a call was made to dispatch the morning of the crash about the software used to track these buses and their routes. That call was about route discrepancies with one of the coaches. The CEO of STA releasing a statement reading in part, in light of this discovery, we are reopening the investigation and working to understand how the call to dispatch factors into the accident and investigate findings, including what dispatch did with the information from that call. This, of course, is a developing story, and we will update you as we learn more.
Let's go now to Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
We've been talking about the needed rain, and I just want to put that into perspective to show you that we are behind. Here's our precipitation. None today, and we won't get any between now and midnight. We've had a little over 1.25 inches so far this month. Since the beginning of January, we've had just about 3¼ inches, but we should be over 4 3/4 inches precipitation. That is our average, and this is, of course, just part of the story. Our snowpack is just a shadow of what we would expect this time of year, and our latest drought monitor has us, well, in the yellow shaded area, which includes all of North Idaho, that sliver of western Montana, down through Spokane and into the Columbia Basin, we are exceptionally dry. The area in brown, that's all around that area, including the Okanagan Valley, the Okanagan Highlands, parts of the Northeast Mountains, and the Waterville Plateau is in moderate drought. And this orange stripe going from Coeur d'Alene down through the Idaho and Washington Palouse, all that beautiful wheat and the lentils. We are in severe drought there. So we need to root for rain, and it'll be an easy win tomorrow. We've got a very good chance of precipitation, starting off with a 40% chance in the morning. I think for the most part, it is going to hold off until mid-morning, early afternoon. 100% chance of measurable rain. Drops a little bit in the evening, but not much. We're still at a 90% chance of precipitation. Tuesday is going to be our last chance to really bring down some precipitation, going from 90% Tuesday to only 20% chance on Wednesday. Some hit and miss showers, dry Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then a slight chance of rain late Sunday into Monday. So Our temperatures, meanwhile, will be right about average Tuesday, Wednesday before we cool down Thursday, high of 47. Warming trend takes us into the 60s for the weekend. It should be a really lovely weekend. So we'll get our rain on Tuesday. Showers possible in the afternoon on Wednesday, mainly over the higher terrain, some afternoon showers. Blue skies Thursday and Friday, and then partly to mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the 60s with a 20% chance of showers on Sunday and Monday. Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Payday and title loans can help you get money fast when you're in a pinch, but they can also be very expensive. Millions of Americans end up paying billions of dollars in fees for these loans each year. A payday loan is meant to hold you over until your next paycheck with an added fee. A title loan involves exchanging the title to your car for short-term cash. But John Maroney of Numerica says these types of loans can often do more harm than good.
But what a lot of people don't understand about those is, let's say you borrow $100 and then you're paying back maybe $120 in 2 weeks. That's a functional interest rate of 390%.
And instead of falling into a cycle of taking out these loans, Maroney recommends that you talk to your bank or credit union for some different options. And for more money-saving Monday tips, you can find these stories on KXLY.com.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The train is right on time. Grand Funk Railroad still shining on tour. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 16th.
Winning is just the beginning.
This March, we're going crazy on prices at Findlay Downtown Toyota, as we've lowered all prices on our website, so you can score a great deal on a new or used Toyota. Plus, we're offering top dollar for your trade-ins. And we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy from us. Nice! I know, right? You can even delay all payments until June 1st. Making it a great time to get your new Toyota today. This week at Findlay.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
This year, if you'd like to make your backyard fun and entertaining with a new swim spa or a relaxing new hot tub, then you need to visit Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs in the region. Featuring Cal Spas, one of the only hot tubs made in the USA that offers the highest quality of pumps and massage jets with stylish cabinet options at the best volume pricing in the market. Quality Spas of Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Starting your tax return? Don't forget the Working Families Tax Credit for up to $1,330 back. The refund is for all qualified workers, not just families. And great news, you still have time to apply for the annual credit going back to 2022. Find out if you or your family qualifies at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
How much cash did Coeur d'Alene Casino pay out last year? If you guessed over 90 million, jackpot. That's over 90 million reasons to try your luck this year at Coeur d'Alene Casino, where winning is just the beginning.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, following the plane crash in LaGuardia that killed 2 and injured dozens, the airport says it will remain closed until Friday. The National Transportation Safety Board will be holding a press conference on the crash tonight. We'll tell you all the details at 11.
Your 7-day forecast. Rain tomorrow, high of 52 degrees, which is about average. Partly sunny Wednesday, but some afternoon showers possible, including graupel, our favorite springtime precipitation type. Sunny Thursday and Friday, and Can we really put 2 spring weekends back to back that are lovely? I think we're going to do it.
Get those tee times now because they're going to start filling up quickly once people take a look at that.
Good point.
Good point. I just enjoy being outside. Like I said before, the number of days that I've had where I've just spent, hours outside are so limited. So exciting.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us. Don't forget you can join us tonight at 10 on Fox 28 and right here at 11.
Sign up for the